Good day, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Monday, July 4. Government has received $3.79 billion from the World Bank to further boost disaster and climate risk management in Jamaica. Minister of Finance and the Public Service Audley Shaw and World Bank Country Manager for Jamaica Galina Sotirova signed a loan agreement at the Ministry's office in Kingston last Friday.
The loan will be repaid in semi-annual consecutive and equal installments on January 15 and July 15 each year, beginning on January 15, 2023.
The loan will support the administration's ongoing program to reduce the incidence of environmental hazards over a 6-year period under the World Bank's Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project (DVRP). It will be implemented by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, and specific focus will be placed on disaster response and recovery, creating safer environments for schools, and disaster risk financing and insurance.
The DVRP will help enhance Jamaica's resilience to disaster and climate risk by improving the capacity of government agencies to generate and use hazards and risk information, make the national infrastructure more resilient.
In the meantime, government has launched a youth environmental advocacy program, YEEP, to raise awareness among Jamaica's youth about the importance of the environment. YEEP is the brainchild of the Environment and Risk Management Division of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation in partnership with several government entities. It was launched at the Holy Childhood High School last week. The program targets high school students between the ages of 11 and 19 years.
We have targeted you through this YEEP program because you have an important role to play in addressing and affecting the issues that challenge environmental preservation. And it is you who will benefit from the initiatives that we undertake to preserve the environment and the natural resources of this beautiful country.
YEEP will engage students in interactive participatory sessions with government officers who work on national policies and programs related to the environment. They will be engaged on topics such as environmental management, climate change, biodiversity, waste management, and ozone depletion. The Ministry of Health will be implementing a $350 million intervention to reduce the time it takes for patients to see a doctor in public health facilities. The initiative begins this month on a pilot phase.
We will be careful, Mr. Speaker, to monitor this intervention to determine its success, with the hope of rolling it out to all 23 hospitals, 24 if you involve the university, across the country.
It begins with the emergency departments at 8 hospitals and 6 major health centers. The work will involve improving the process of customer service and the assessment and redirecting of non-emergency cases to the closest primary health center. The health minister says designated clinics will extend their opening hours to 10 p.m. and have been equipped to provide additional diagnostic and pharmacy services to facilitate persons who have been redirected to them.
We recognize that this may not impact the waiting time in some of our specialist clinics and also the waiting time for surgery. We are therefore reviewing the use of our operating theaters, including the number of effective hours they operate, state of repairs needed and equipment, and the availability of the relevant staffing, with the aim of ensuring that this resource is maximized and accordingly waiting time is reduced.
The National Health Fund, NHF, has approved a 100% increase to the subsidy on medications it covers for persons 0 to 18 years of age. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says this will benefit 10,850 persons starting September 1.
We are going to be giving them an 80% discount rather than a 40% discount, which is costing the NHF some $70 million from the $26 million annually that the NHF will pay.
He says the approval came after careful analysis by the Medical Review Subcommittee of the NHF Board and after verification that the initiative could be adequately financed for the foreseeable future. Sport Minister Olivia Grange has declared that the Caribbean Premier League (CPL) is an important element in the development of cricket in Jamaica. The minister was addressing last week's Fosca Oats launch of the Jamaica Talawa CPL campaign. She pledged the government's commitment, pointing out that the CPL 2020 games greatly impacted on brand Jamaica.
Our commitment to the Talawa brand and to CPL is unmistakable. We recognize the importance of the CPL as an important sport tourism product. We commend the Talawa brand and, of course, our world-class players for shining the spotlight on the region and on Jamaica.
The fourth edition of the Caribbean Premier League is playing from June 30 to August 2. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has extended condolences to the people of Trinidad and Tobago on the death of their former Prime Minister, Patrick Manning. In his letter to the current Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, Mr. Holness said Manning was a stalwart in seeking the achievement of the CARICOM ideal. Prime Minister Holness added that Manning would long be remembered for his fearless commitment and dedication to advancing the political and economic development of his country. He asked Prime Minister Rowley to convey Jamaica's sincerest condolences to Manning's widow Hazel and sons Brian and David, assuring them of the thoughts and prayers of the Jamaican people during this difficult time. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.